guys? So today I am doing a video that we have all been waiting for. This has been your #1 requested video. I've gotten so many messages and emails and comments asking me to do just a video about my experience with homeschooling. Before I get into this video, I want to tell you guys just a few important things just so you know kind of where I'm coming from and all that stuff. First of all, I just want to make sure that you guys know that this is all from my personal experience. I am the quintessential homeschooler to ask because I, surprisingly or not, have actually been homeschooled my entire life. I have never been to a traditional school. Some of you may think that's really weird. I have a lot of friends that go to traditional school and think that that's really weird, but that's just how I have been raised. I have always done school at home, and I'm gonna tell you why and how I do it and everything in the video. But the one thing I can't tell you guys is comparison. Since I've never been to school, I can't tell you if I liked school better or if I liked homeschooling better. Obviously, I think there's no better way of doing school than homeschooling, but that's just me. But I've never been to school, but I have friends that have been to school, and some of them have liked staying in school rather than being at home, and some of them would rather be at home. So like I said, everyone has a different opinion on it. So this video is going to be all about my personal opinion. So I'm going to start off with the easiest question that y'all asked me, and that is, what is homeschooling? Maybe some of you out there don't know what homeschooling is. You've never heard of homeschooling. Homeschooling is basically where you do your own work at home, whether it's online or whether you are tutored from another teacher or whether you have a book that your mom gives you assignments. It's all done at home. So that is basically what homeschooling is. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. The next question is, why am I homeschooled? You unsocial person. Homeschoolers are just so unsocial. That is the biggest. Homeschoolers are just so unsocial. No, they are not. Social activities depend on you. You are the one that chooses to be unsocial and stay at home and do all your work at home. If you choose to go out and still play sports and everything, then you can totally change that. So being social is totally up to how you handle yourself. Anyway, okay, why am I homeschooled? Several reasons. I don't know the main reason why my mom started me at home. I think she just did a lot of research. It just seemed like the best option for me. Just at least I don't think she was originally planning on having me homeschooled throughout senior year, but she definitely started me at home because she wanted to, I guess I should have asked her. That would have kind of been good information to have. But I'll tell you why I'm homeschooled now, at least. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've heard me talk about maybe some of my activities. Aside from my love of makeup, I also have a very artsy side. So I play piano, I sing, I act, and I dance. I do classical ballet. I do 4 activities, and I've done more in the past. I've done gymnastics before, I've taken a separate music composition class. I do so many things, and with a schedule like that, there is absolutely no way that I could be in school with 3 or 4 hours of homework every night because I dance almost 3 to 4 hours at night, and I would have to do homework 10, 11, 12. I'd go to bed at midnight. Maybe I practice piano 2 hours a day. There's no way that I could fit in 2 hours of practicing every day, and I have to practice voice every day too. I just do way too many activities to have to fool with being in school for 8 hours with a lot of what we call busy work, assignments, projects and stuff. Homeschooling, I feel you only get the necessary information that you need to know. You can choose your courses with in moderation. You can choose your courses, you know what I mean. You and your parents have so much control over what you do, how you do it, when you do it. I have also had the advantage of my whole life being exposed to the most wonderful kids, never been under peer pressure, never been exposed to, drugs or whatever they have in schools these days. Never had any of that because I've been so sheltered with my group of friends, and I've just been so blessed to have this group of friends, this support group. Now, some of you may be asking, now you're homeschooled, so where do you make all these friends? Well, one of the obvious ways to make friends is like at dance and drama and piano, and where I go, I have friends at each of my activities. I do want to tell you how I actually do make the majority of my friends, and that is at a place that I go every Thursday. It's school involved, and I'm not going to tell you the name of it because it's local and I'm not going to give that away, but there's 4 moms, homeschool moms. They started this about like 12 or 13 years ago. They have brought in teachers for all of the subjects that they offer, and they offer a very broad range of subjects. Seriously, they have found teachers for each of them, and they give us a syllabus at the beginning of the year, and our homework throughout the week is assignments each day. Like, just if it's science, I took marine biology this year, so we'll just go with that. Like, my teacher, she gives lectures. It's an hour and 10 minutes, I think, and in class, so she gives us lectures. And our assignment throughout the week is like to read a certain amount of pages, like read whatever chapter 2 and answer these questions and do the chapter review. And so like that's just an example of what we do. And like there's an English class where we have writing assignments each week. Like, she explains everything Thursday, and then we can divide it up how we choose throughout the week, and that's like what our homework is throughout the week. Before, my mom just got the lesson books and she basically taught it to me, and I would do it every day. Now that I'm at this organization, my mom does not have to be really involved anymore. She has the ultimate authority over the teachers. That sounds so official, like she has the ultimate authority, but she does. She's able to choose which assignments that I will do and which one she can exempt me from. She never exempts me from, but like she has the power. Like, if I'm incredibly deathly sick, then she can exempt me from that and it won't take away from my grade. Like, she has the ability to be able to do that. That's really cool that they give the parents of the students that ability. It's been actually really helpful. Where you guys are, it may not be provided like locally in your area. So, but let me just tell you that this organization has seriously been the best thing that's ever happened to me in my high school years. We've run into other moms there that are able to do like evaluations at the end of the year. And oh my gosh, this is another question. Do homeschoolers have tests? Yes, we have tests. We have quizzes. We do take them at home though, which is good and bad, because like for standardized tests, obviously like SAT and ACT and stuff like that, you have to be in a classroom setting with other kids. So people that go to traditional school, like the kids that go to traditional school, are exposed to that, weekly with taking tests in a room full of students. I've been fortunate enough to be able to take it on my kitchen counter in a comfortable setting with like a glass of water next to me. Like, I've always taken tests in a comfortable setting, other than like standardized tests, which it really doesn't affect me. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm just really bad at like time. I'm really bad at like doing stuff under time pressure. So yes, of course we have tests and quizzes. We have several projects. We do have reports. It's really very similar to what you guys do in school. There's just certain curriculums that are like rearranged differently for homeschoolers rather than for traditional school. Like, the book may teach the same concepts, like, but in a different way. There's obviously like different versions of, like, say Algebra 2. Like, there's different versions of teaching Algebra 2, so that may be a little different. There's a homeschooling version, and then there's a schoolroom version. Of course, we don't have to sit in a class of 30 people for 8 hours every day, and like if someone has a question, then like you have to sit and wait for them to answer it. Like, I've always had the advantage of just asking my mom. So homeschooling definitely saves a lot of time. There's so many benefits to homeschooling. Probably the main one is time. I mean, how much time it saves. And I know this is another thing with homeschoolers. They can wake up at whatever time you want. You can go to school in your pajamas and you can sit on the couch. You actually can. I do. yeah, I mean, necessarily go to school in my pajamas. Like, I'll put, like, sweatpants on. But basically, yes, we do school in very comfortable clothes. Like, I do my work on the floor, sometimes on my computer desk. I do have that luxury, or like homeschoolers do have that luxury of doing school wherever they want. The social part of it, like I said in the beginning of this video, I guess that you're just not exposed to as many kids when you're homeschooled. But that's never been a problem for me because I've always been involved in so many different things. And like this organization that I told you about, the school that I go to on Thursdays, there's hundreds of kids that go there, and my classes are small, but we meet in the hallways. And actually that group and my drama group are almost the same. A lot of those kids from my school go to my drama, so a lot of them cross over, so I have a lot of the same friends that I see all the time, and I have plenty of friends. Like, I am not lacking socially at all. Another benefit, at least for my school that I go to once a week on Thursdays, is they start in like late August, and we finish school May 3rd. We finished school May 3rd. That was our last day of school. And I mean, I know some of my friends that go to traditional school are in school till like the middle of June. And I'm in a play in May, and I have piano recitals, and I have vocal, all this stuff going on, and it's so nice to just be done with school. So we work hard in those whatever months it is, 8 months, 9, 10 months, however long the school year is. But we end early, and it's like done, out of the way. So our summer is so much longer, like 3 or 4 or 5 weeks longer than some people in traditional school. So that is really, really nice. To just get it out of the way and just get your work done. Some of my friends that are homeschooled do school in the summer. I know that I'm going to be doing like SAT prep and stuff like that in the summer, piano practice, like the essentials, but I don't actually like do a curriculum in the summer. Like, I don't like do my main school stuff in the summer. You could, and you could do like an hour of school a day and just spread it out in the summer. Like, that's an advantage of homeschooling. You kind of like are on your own time. You can get it done whenever you want. But I don't see any need to do that. I just work on a normal basis, however many hours are left in the day after I finish all my activities on doing school. So that's why I'm so busy, and that's why I really have not been making videos lately, because I've just, all the free time I've had, I've been either doing school or piano practice or voice or something that I do. So I think I've pretty much explained everything to you, like, about my homeschooling life. At the end of the day, I really couldn't imagine myself in school. Like, seriously, I've never been, so like I can't really say anything about it. I love homeschooling so much. I've gotten so used to it, and I just feel like there's freedom. I seriously could not picture myself any other way. But everyone is different, and it's kind of like what you get used to. Also, like, if you're used to going and seeing your friends every single day, and you know, good for you, you do that. Like, that, everyone is different. So like I said, I am just telling you my opinion on homeschooling and my experience in homeschooling, because I am a senior this year and I've been homeschooled my entire life. So I think I'm a pretty good person to ask about homeschooling. I don't want to forget like any super important information. I feel like I'm just gonna forget like main facts, and I'm gonna feel really bad when I edit this video and I like come up with something that I wanted to tell you guys. But if it's so super important, then I will put it in the description bar below. But I think I've really covered everything. So without further ado, I think that is all the information. Thank you guys so much for watching and requesting everything. If you want to follow me on Instagram, or if you want to see any of my activities like piano or singing or drama or any of that, I do have a second channel. And if you guys want to go to that, it's the official Jam. The link will be in the bottom bar below if you guys want to go to that. You don't have to, but if you want to see like my activities, like my artsy side, then you can go subscribe to that channel. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!